Welcome everybody to day 2 of Small Business Week Facebook Live discussions here on Karyn Cooks-Modern Marketing. I am super excited, let me just say that again. I am super excited to introduce to you today Genevieve Smith, who, the big reveal, is the newest marketing ally at Karyn Cooks-Modern Marketing. And I'm going to cut away to her in just a second. We're going to be all fancy, but I just want to tell you, I'm so excited about having recommitted myself and my energy to my boutique agency, a small business just like yours, in helping your small business do big things. And I don't say that lightly because I have had small businesses. I currently have a small business. I've worked with small businesses, and technology has really enabled us over the last 15 years, actually, to help you do that, to really, as I said, help your small business do big things. One quick little anecdote I want to share before I bring Genevieve in is when I launched my e-commerce business back in 2005, the tools were so lacking that things we take for granted now, I had to have my developer, D. Ivette over at 5D Spectrum, little shout out to you, D. I had to ask her to hand code things like sharing features, literally hand code them. It cost a small fortune. Today, if you want sharing features for your e-commerce business, and you want to share feature on every single item in your catalog, and you want to share feature on every single blog post and every single page, you want to give your audience an opportunity and your customers an opportunity to share the things that they already know and love and act as your influencers. I mean, peer-to-peer recommendations could not have more value. If you want that to happen, you need to have that embedded into your site, no matter what your business is. Cut to, all you have to do now is add a plugin. You got a WordPress site, pull a plugin in. You have Squarespace, you have Square, you have Weebly, whatever you've built your site on. You have a plug-in. It's that simple. No, Dee and her team had to hand code for hours to universally populate my e-commerce site with sharing features. That is nutso. Which brings us to the kinds of technology that we have at our disposal today that enable you as small business owners to really take your business to the next level, make your small business look big. Everybody thought that my e-commerce business had a factory warehouse, that we had offices. No, it was in my living room. True story. Very true story. So today, as we get into more technology items, or having technology at our disposal, things like this ability right now to talk to you and to have you engage with me and us and have conversations around how to build your business and address your business challenges, whether they are small, whether they are large, whether it's a challenge you have today or it's going to be gone tomorrow, whatever it is. We couldn't do this 15 years ago. Maybe at some point we'll do a segment about live chat versus live video. They serve very different purposes. But without further ado, let's get into how this technology today is allowing me to talk to you during Small Business Week and bring guests in like, ready? Genevieve Smith.
Hey everyone! Yay! This is so exciting. I've never done one of these be live split screens before, so I am excited to be here. Karyn, thank you so much for having me.
No, it is all my pleasure. We're going to tell the folks at home more about why you're joining in, but I think it's also really interesting and instructive, quite honestly, that you are an on-air host. You are out in the wild almost every day doing Facebook Live and Instagram Live and Snapchatting Live. You're live everywhere.
Yes.
And yet this is your first time, and this is your first time doing a discussion like this with a platform that allows for multiple screens. And FYI, Be Live just rolled out a beta that allows for 3 people on screen and they can rotate in and out.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I know, but I wasn't going to risk that today. I'm in the beta group, but you and I can practice that on our own. We'll play with that. So anyway, Genevieve, welcome. Everybody, I met Genevieve when we were sitting at a Steve Chase Humanitarian Awards with my client, Desert AIDS Project, Desert and DAP Community Action. And Genevieve was on the red carpet sofa. It was a live setup so that guests of the Steve Chase and local celebrities could come by and chat about what they were wearing. It was the Fashion Lounge. Yes. And that was the brainchild of our friend and colleague, Stephen Hankey. Shout out to Stephen.
Yay,
and that was how we met. And it was so much fun that night. It was live. We did, I should say, have some technical difficulties that night.
Yes, you should always expect technical difficulties when it does come to Facebook Live, but just be on your toes and ready to go. Yeah, if your equipment isn't working, ready to go old school, okay? So we did our Facebook Live video from the Fashion Lounge. It was an hour long, and it totally flew by. I had no idea that it was an hour long until afterwards, and we're like, oh my gosh. And people watched it, and they loved it, and they enjoyed it. And so that's kind of like why I do it, so that you guys will enjoy it.
I love that. And, and could it have been better? Yeah, there's always room for improvement. But like you said, we had some challenges. We went old school. We rolled with it. Let's be transparent with the folks at home about what some of the challenges were.
Wi-Fi, always a challenge.
The Wi-Fi was the biggest issue. And Stephen had actually vetted, and so had the events director, had vetted with the venue that we would have ample access. But the ample access did not extend out to the outside of the venue.
Right, where we were located. So we were going to have our, special little camera and audio. And instead, we just put my phone up on the tripod and we went for it.
Right. So even when you think, pro tip, even when you think that you've done all your homework, and you have, because the homework had been done, and even when you have your backup plan in place, which there was, you may still have challenges. So I don't want that to be discouraging, though, for people. All I really want with that example is for people to understand that there will be challenges and roll with it.
Yeah. I've had to refilm a couple of Facebook Live videos because for some reason there was like a glitch or something and it didn't film. Yeah, you can imagine. You're like, where's my video? And you're looking on your phone and you can't see it. And then you're like, okay, let's do it again.
Exactly.
And sometimes.
And I'm saying hi to Ephraim. Hi, Ephraim. Yes, it is Murphy's Law. No matter how much prep you do.
Yes.
Prepare for Murphy's Law.
Yes.
Hashtag Murphy's Law. So anyway, so Genevieve Smith, on-air host. We met at the Steve Chase Humanitarian Awards, and I loved your energy, and you were very enthusiastic, and you got in touch afterwards, and we started talking about some of your goals and the things that you want to do professionally. And I then shared with you, I shared with you how I was recommitting myself to my own agency and continuing to expand my business, not just from the Los Angeles area. And I have clients actually in other parts of the country, and I have a client in Canada and Vancouver, very excited about that. More to come. But also continuing to work in the Coachella Valley, which I really love. I love that everybody's so collaborative. I love that it does feel not like a big city, but a big village. And I mean that respectfully. And you know your way around, and people can have easy access to you because you are out and about all the time. And I said, hey, would you like to come work with Karyn Cooks-Modern Marketing and help us do some business and help the businesses help themselves in that part of the world? And you said yes.
Yay! Yes, well, when I met you, I thought you were so, I don't know, I was like, oh, this lady is so cool. I called my sister the next day and was like, oh, I had so much fun at the Steve Chase Awards, and I met this cool lady named Karyn. And so I felt like good things were going to come from our friendship. And look, here it is.
And here it is. So there we are. So finger snaps. So
yes.
Everybody, so just know, Jen and I are putting together some information, some collateral that she will have at her disposal. She can share that with you in person before the end of the week. We're just putting some final touches on it. So if you are interested in working with us and helping to build your small business, any size business really, don't forget small businesses are from 1 to 500 people. That is the technical definition. So we can handle it all. You want to build your business using a social and digital first approach. This is where you want to be. We are not new kids on the block. I've been doing social since before it was called social, clearly. And Genevieve has a specific skill set in live video and also in the Coachella Valley. So don't hesitate. Send us a message here on Facebook. Just click the Facebook message button up there, the blue button, click message, and say, yes, I'd like to learn more. And we'll get you that information before the end of the week. So let's get into some other discussions about live video. Okay. You had some thoughts for the folks at home about things that they should look for and keep their eye on, and tools, pro tips for Genevieve.
So why am I expert at this? Well, I've been doing live Facebook videos 2 times a week for the past year. And I work with a website and a Facebook platform called mycityeveryday.com. And we do Facebook live videos saying what's happening in the Coachella Valley every day. So my days are Thursdays and Sundays. So I have had, like I was saying, everything that could happen to you has happened to me during these live videos. Sometimes you're interviewing someone and you just got to go with it. Sometimes you're by yourself and maybe you feel a little weird just talking to, like at first I'm like, I'm just talking to my phone and this is a little strange. But the more you do it, the more you see that people are connecting with you, the easier it becomes. So I have some tips for you guys, some Facebook Live tips, and some of them might be self-explanatory, but some of them maybe you didn't think about. The first one I was going to talk about, I actually learned this from Karyn, and this is a big one. Yeah, you help me with this one. Promote your video ahead of time. So as you guys saw, this video was promoted ahead of time, and maybe that circulated more, more interest, and more people were like, oh, I got to tune in and see that. So if you promote your video ahead of time, it kind of makes it more, generates more audience. That's what we're hoping, basically.
I'm just going to put that up on the screen right now.
Oh, yes.
Promote your video in advance.
It's true. I think it helps. Also, so like sometimes I'll post like a little like, catch me tomorrow at 10 a.m., on mycityeveryday.com, or, whatever your thing is, you can be like, you could do like a question, or like want to tune in and see me do something crazy. I don't know, a cliffhanger thing, that always works. Right. Questions, that's always gets people to engage. They get more interested. Right. Another tip is prepare and practice. So maybe you don't sit there and do the whole video, but you totally can. And if you're starting out, that might help you feel like, okay, now I know exactly what I'm going to say. I always take notes. I have to talk about these events that are happening every day. So I need to know the dates. I need to know the times. I need to know where they are. And I don't want to be like, I think that, I need to know this is from 11 to 2 today in Indio at the Indio Fairgrounds. I need to know, just know your information, write it down. You don't have to be like reading because you just want to be yourself, but, just practice, take some notes. It'll definitely help.
Which, I just want to expand on that for a little bit. I'm going to go back to this so we're both here at the same time. So, on the prepare and practice, preparation, as you just defined it, is great. The practice part is great. I would add to that, don't expect that if you go live on Facebook in particular for 3 minutes in a cold conference room, right, and just talk talk at the camera, and don't actually have a conversation, and don't wait for the Facebook algorithm to kick in to let people know that you're live and you're there. There is zero reason for you to do that live. Whatever you just did in that 3 minutes, that 2-3 minutes, you could have just recorded that.
Yeah.
It could have just been a pre-recorded video, put that up there. That has tremendous value still. It still allows people to engage and comment. But if you're going to live and you prepare and practice, don't just go live for 3 minutes. Let your audience find you. Ephraim found us.
Yes, and that's true. And, you know, there are ways you can go live and kind of wait for your audience to find you. And maybe you don't get to the meat of what your subject matter is. Maybe you kind of start with, you know, a little bit of banter. Like what I do a lot is like, I wave a lot, or like, you know, like try to, you know, like
snaps. I do finger snaps.
Like, you know, what are you guys doing today? You know, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll like, as I see that people are starting to join, then I'll be like, oh, this is where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. And like, that's very good. You gotta wait for people to tune in.
Exactly. Okay, what else you got? Okay.
I have, this one is probably the most important one, is to be yourself. So, because, you know, every time, I know, and it's a lot harder than it sounds, because even as an on-camera host, I'm different when the camera's not on. When the camera comes on, you know, you're kind of a different person, but you want to be like a heightened version of yourself.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I learned that in hosting school. So you want to be yourself, you know, and like Karyn and I are doing, just have a conversation with your guests, have a conversation with your audience at home, the people that you're talking to. That's probably the easiest way to engage with them. And that leads me to my next point, which is equally important, is connect with your audience.
Yes.
So you want to connect with your audience and you want to engage your audience. So I ask my audience questions. Sometimes they don't answer, but at least I'm trying to engage them. I'll be like, so what are you guys doing today? Or have, you know, what's your favorite, like we just had Stagecoach here. So I was like, who's your favorite country western music band? And maybe nobody responds, but at least I'm putting it out there and I'm trying to engage with them and connect with them. And some people do respond. And, you know, also I was telling Karyn this earlier, sometimes when you're, you know, you're on Facebook Live and it tells you how many people are watching you, but sometimes it's not telling you the accurate number. So I've been doing a Facebook Live video and it shows like 1 or 2 people are watching and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, okay, you know, I'll keep going. And then I get off and it says I have 46 views. And I'm like, what? 46 people were watching that? I had no idea. So, you know, just keep engaging your audience because you never know how many people are watching or how many people might be watching later. So it's always...
To that point, I'm going to look at right now. It says inside of Be Live, it says, which again, for anybody who's just joining us, we're using a platform called BeLive.tv to do a split screen video that goes right to Facebook. There are lots of options on the market right now. I find this really easy to use for what they call their guest and host, their face-to-face, they call it. But right now it says that there's one person joining us. And let's see. Let's see what this says.
Okay.
Let's just for kicks. No, that also says one person, but you know, they're not always right.
Right. And you know, you never really know who might be watching. So just try to connect with them, engage. And yeah, you know, my little cheat is like, ask them questions, you know, look into the camera. Ultimately, I'm the host, I'm giving you the information, but it's all about you. It's all about the audience. So
let's ask a question right now. Okay. Hey, we'll demonstrate. Hey, so Ephraim, I see that you are still there. I think you're still live with us. But for anybody else, how many of you have tried Facebook Live, whether for yourself, your business, friends, a birthday, whatever? Just show of hands, just comment, leave a comment if you've done that.
Yeah, comment, I've tried it. Did you like it? How did it go?
Right, all that.
I also like BeLive.tv because it's very interactive with your audience because you can pop their comments up on the screen like you were doing with Ephraim's comment of Murphy's Law, which is very engaging. And then people see, oh my gosh, oh, there he is. He has not tried Facebook Live. You have to now, Ephraim. But, now it feels like if I'm commenting and I see that my name is up on the screen, I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I like this platform because of that as well.
Which leads me to a thought that is unrelated, but very much a part of what I believe makes any social activity successful. It's really not about us. And by us, I mean a brand. I mean a business. Yeah. It is really about you. It's about you. If you are a retailer, a realtor, a nonprofit, whatever your business is, it's really about your community.
Yes.
Of fans. And, we take the word fan for granted, and I've worked in entertainment for so long that, in the back of my brain, it means something else. But the truth is, the world we live in now, fan, it's sort of a ubiquitous term for your community. And
right.
You really do enjoy your products and or services. So it's about you. We want to showcase you.
Yes, exactly. I love that.
And we've done a number of campaigns where we really did put the community at the heart of the message. I'm thinking of one nonprofit in particular, a nonprofit called Tested Coachella Valley, where we took people, what we wanted to do is, there was a phrase called the H in HIV is for human, coined by my good friend Barry Dayton. And shout out Barry. And I took that idea and said, well, let's find people in the community to talk about what they perceive the HIV virus to be about. And took their photos and had them tell their stories and added a caption. So it's a little bit like, the Humans of New York, but this was, the H in HIVs for human. And it really was the humans of the Coachella Valley just talking about it. Men, women, old, young, gay, straight, the humans, and put the focus on them. And then we also did similar things with DAP Community Action. We also put the focus on those people who supported DAP at like Desert AIDS Walk and things like that, and did a nice, branded photo and video campaign with those people. So and when I say it's all about you, it's really just not lip service. That's my point. Mm-hmm. Those things really do matter, because without people,
it's so true. Yeah. No brand would be anywhere without its audience, without its fans, without its customers. So
there it is. There it is. Believe it or not, because this does go so quickly, we are at 10:24.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. What else do we want to talk about with the folks?
Well, I had just I can just briefly give them a couple more tips, and then we can talk about a couple of small businesses here in the Coachella Valley.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I just wanted you guys to be creative with your Facebook Live videos. So I wear sometimes, you don't have to be gimmicky, but it's more interesting, like Karyn was saying, it's not as interesting to just film yourself in a boardroom. It's kind of interesting to film yourself with a cool background, or I'll put on silly sunglasses or a funny hat if I think that more people will click.
I didn't bring my funny hat.
But the other day was Easter and I did a video and I happened to have an Easter bunny suit. So you know what? I am that person who wants to get views. So I put on my Easter bunny outfit and I walked around, and then I took my hat off and I'm like, Happy Easter. So don't be afraid to be creative and be silly, and again.
That's why you're on Team Modern Marketing.
My neighbors walked by and it was very embarrassing, and my neighbor's dog kept barking at me because I'm in this giant bunny costume, but it worked, hopefully it worked, because when people are scrolling on their Facebook page, oh no, Nico is commenting that my lighting, that it's dark. I know,
yes. Here, we're going to give Nico a little prop with his.
I'm so sorry, Nico. I know. As somebody who does Facebook Live videos, it's, this is one of those things. You're you need good lighting, and I'm sorry that my lighting isn't good. We're trying to get it better.
We were talking about going with the flow. She had some lighting difficulties this morning.
So.
And I just said, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we're just doing it. I'm like, now I need to try to fix my lighting issues, but a couple of, you need to share your videos. So share. There's Facebook groups. This is another little tip. There's a lot of Facebook groups. Join them. If that has to do with your audience, like I have my Vegas club report. I have about like probably 20 to 30 EDM Vegas groups that I'm a part of that I share my videos on. So, share your videos.
Okay, I have to do a little introduction to Nico. And Nico, her head is going to explode in a minute. Ready?
Yeah.
Nico, Genevieve messaged me and said, oh my God, my favorite thing at Coachella this year was Hans Zimmer. Nico has and does work with Hans and was at Coachella with him. So,
oh my God. I saw him both weekends, Nico. Oh my gosh, I was like geeking out. I loved it. First I was in the very back. Next weekend I was in the very front. So I loved it.
All right. So Nico, there you go. You got some fan power here with Genevieve, and just saying, that's how Nico and I met when I was also working for Hans many years ago. So, and yes, just saying, if we can't see that beautiful face, Genevieve.
I know. That's so true.
Okay. How do I upload a pic to you? Do you mean here inside there? This one is just a 2-person split screen, but we're going to do some testing with 3 people. And if you want, we're going to do a 3 people in the beta. I'll message you privately for that.
And like trying to get more light here, people.
All right, on the fly. All right, what else you got while you're on the fly, Miss Live Hostess?
Well, roll with the mistakes. So if you are having lighting issues, if you're having Wi-Fi issues, anything, just go with it. Like we were talking earlier, if your dog starts barking in the middle of your video, you just have to, you don't have to be like, oh my God, oh my dog, just, be like, oh, my dog's barking. He's excited about this video too. Just you can comment about it because it's real life.
Did you happen to see the live video I did about employee advocacy with Scott Monty and Amy Heiss from Dell? Scott's young daughter toddled into the room, much like that BBC reporter. And then I brought Bowie in. So it was like the toddler and the dog. And then we got back to our business. Yeah.
See, I'm still trying to figure out my light.
Okay.
Is that better? Maybe?
I don't know. Nico, is that better?
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
Better. We did have some challenges. Okay. What else you got for us today?
Okay. So I feel like that's a good start for you guys for your Facebook Live videos.
So let's recap them.
Okay, let's recap. So I'm like,
the first is promote your video in advance.
Yes, that's very important.
And the second is prepare and practice.
Third is be yourself. Be yourself. Also connect with your audience, engage your audience, be creative. You never know what people might tune in to see you doing. And then share your video, share, and roll with your mistakes.
Oh, I'm going to put that in all caps.
Yep.
That one's going in all caps. Roll with your mistakes. I think that's it. Right. So you had some Coachella Valley businesses that you wanted to give some shout outs to.
Yes. Well, since it is Small Business Week and I'm here in the Coachella Valley and we have a lot of small businesses, and I've always worked for small businesses as well. So, I just know a lot about small businesses and I love to shop at small businesses. I would rather go to a local mom and pop than go to one of those big retailers any day, or restaurants in that matter. So I wanted to give a little shout out to a new place. It's called Franken Bun. It's like this gourmet, yes, if you guys haven't been there yet and you're coming from LA, you need to stop by. Or if you're here in the Coachella Valley, you need to go in. It's gourmet sausages and they have a vegan sausage and I'm vegan, so That's really important to me. They have a homemade vegan sausage that they make in-house every day. Like everything that I've had at this place is amazing. Oh, Nico. Agreed. A very big star in the music biz. Oh, we're talking about Hans, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Oh, wait, but there's more. Hold on. Nico's got a Coachella Valley shout out. Hold on.
Madison Dry Cleaners saves me every year. Oh, I will have to check them out. Where are they located? Are they in Palm Desert, Palm Springs? Comment, Nico. This is fun.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait for Nico.
We'll wait.
Nico, when Nico and I worked together many years ago, he would come in after me because I had to be there early, and he was still wiping the sleep out of his eyes at that point, and he'd say to me, "Oh God, you've been up for hours."
He sounds like a funny guy. Okay. Madison Dry Cleaners is in Indio, so we'll have to check out that place.
So we've got Franken Bun with vegan
bun. Yes, and it's, I mean, if you like regular hot dogs, they have that too. Oh, it also wasn't Hans.
What wasn't Hans?
Nico is commenting if you guys are looking.
Okay, so Franken Bun and Madison Dry Cleaners. What else?
Dead or Alive, really cool little wine beer bar. They change their menu weekly. They have different wines and different beers every week. They do have like little events there as well. And they'll bring in, they have a thing called Fat Tuesday where they bring in another local business, like such as Franken Bun or another little food place, and they'll have little bites from that place. So this place, it's really small, it's cute, they have a little patio, and it's just chill and relax, and the owners are really cool. So check out Dead or Alive if you haven't been there yet.
It sounds great.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I have to say, because I love this place and I work there, and I've worked there for like a really long time, but Cheeky's in Palm Springs, it's like the best breakfast in Palm Springs. And I can say that because I've eaten like everywhere. No, but it's a really great spot. If you haven't been yet, you got to go. And then I also wanted to, I love yoga here in the desert, and there's a lot of great studios. I go to Power Yoga Palm Springs, small studio. Janet is the owner. Her classes are amazing. So if you're in the desert,
I'm so coming with you next time I'm there.
Yes, absolutely.
And then we will finish up with some vegan Franken buns.
That's right. Totally. But literally, there are so many local businesses. I could keep going forever and ever, but we're almost out of time.
I know. Well, we are. So it's 10:34. I like to keep, here's another pro tip for live video. I like to keep my commitments on the time.
Yes.
So we committed to 10 till 10:30, and we're at 10:34. And I want to thank Nico and Ephraim for joining in live, and anybody else who's been watching and not saying anything. We are still finger snapping out to you. And as we talked about at the very beginning, Small Business Week, Karyn Cooks-Modern Marketing is available and open for new business here in Studio City, Los Angeles area, also in the Ventura County area. Thank you, Ephraim. And also in the Coachella Valley, where I feel like it's my second home now.
Yay.
I'm there so often, but it's really not, wait, it's all about the cheese and bacon hash browns at Sloan's. Okay, duly noted.
Another local business shout out.
There it is. So what I'm thinking is maybe on a weekly basis, we'll hold some office hours, and we will be happy to take, and when I say we, Genevieve is welcome to join me at any point. I may just go live at any time and say office hours. Bye, Ephraim. Take questions, your small business questions. Maybe on Wednesdays, we'll look into it, and I'll make an announcement. Where else? On Facebook, and let you know when those office hours are going to happen. You don't need to be a client of ours to have a question and engage. We like to provide value, and that's what we do. So in the meantime, thank you to Genevieve for joining us. I'm so excited to have her on board and be boots on the ground in the Coachella Valley area. And anything else? Any parting words?
Thank you for having me. Just when in doubt, go live, you guys, because you'll have a good time and people will enjoy your videos.
Oh, Nico has a parting comment. Love you guys, and you look so much foxier with the lights on.
Thank you.
She's foxy. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Be in touch. Send us a message if you would like those pro tips. Send us a message if you would like to be added to the email list. Send us a message if you would like Genevieve to get in touch with you with our newly produced collateral explaining our services and how we can work together to help your small business do big things.
Well, I love
Cheers,
that.
everybody.